Hello there. I'm Scotty. You're not. It's a twofer, so let's do the twofen one. Second one, the number two. Okay, I gotta go to the bathroom then and take this number two. No, though I could flush this movie in there. I heard some people say this is better than the first one. I don't think so. Um, I had issues with the first one, but I watched the first one again. I There was some enjoyment with that. It's a stick in the mud. It's a poopy, but this one is a bigger poopy. Stick in the mud, stuck in the mud. It was stuck in the mud. This one's stuck in the mud too. Spoiler alert. But it's down in the mud more. It's a low stuck in the mud. Thank you for watching. No, I'll explain why. I'll explain why. You get props for picking up right where the last one left off. And then it just... Again, you got the cast in this. I look at the cast, right? So returning from the first one, Thomas Dekker as Tommy. Then you have the guy who played ChromeSkull. He's back. They replaced Princess with a different actress. And I'm like, so she's dying right away. Usually when I do that, that's what it is. Either she didn't want to come back, or they asked her to come back, but she saw the script and that she was dying right away and went, no, that's not worth it. She was the producer of the first one, so I don't know. But then we also have Danielle Harris, who doesn't do shit in this movie, and Brian Austin Green, who tries to do shit, and it just sort of, all the build up to it, So I got props for starting off. We're picking up where we left off, right? At the gas station, or whatever it is. He's disfigured. Brian Austin Green comes in. His name is Preston. And he brings these people in to pick them up, and this is where it's like, what? Turns out that ChromeSkull, he's not working alone. Like we showed, like in the first one, they said the only one he was working with was what was his name? Still the second one. Richard Lynch. That Richard Lynch was the only one he was working with. That was the whole thing. Now he's got a whole freaking team of people working behind him. And Preston, Brian Austin Green's character, is the second in command. There's also his assistant named Span, which is Danielle Harris's character. And like I said, she doesn't do jack shit in this movie. She looks good in a suit. She says lines, and then she's almost like she wants to be the second in command, so she lets Preston do all this shit, knowing it's gonna get him killed. But she doesn't do anything. She does nothing. She did more in the Victor Crowley movies than she did here. But hell, she did more in the fourth Victor Crowley movie. She was only in the stinger at the end. I didn't say that. She has more lines in this one, I guess, but they take him in, they stitch him together, which is not how that works, but whatever. And then we cut to... No, we don't. So that Preston somehow tracks down Princess and Tommy to a hotel room. I don't know how. If this is no convenient. Now, some of you might say, well, Scotty, what about Friday the 13th Part 2? I could see Jason Voorhees tracking down Alice. Phone books, whatever. He's smart. This seems like he leaves the gas station and immediately finds them. He kills Princess because there's a different actress. And then, that's it. He moves on because Tommy's not there. He comes back, he finds her dead. For some reason, he put her in a... For some reason, Preston put her in the bed and put a blanket over her. I don't know why he did that. And I thought this in the first one. And while the gore is good, when they show what she looks like, the gore is good, but it looks like she's been dead for a while, which is not the case. She wouldn't be that decomposed. But whatever. So now we cut to 3 months later, and Preston is now he's looking for Tommy, and he wants to be in charge. Yeah. And Span wants to take his position by kissing ChromeSkull's ass. By the way, we never hear him talk. He either says nothing or we get like a text-to-speech thing popping up. And he's all ready to go despite only being through 3 months. He picks a new victim named Jessica. And I'm like, okay, we're going on to the next one. Cool. And then my eyes roll so far back in my head. I don't understand that. So the first one, we got Princess who had some weird form of amnesia that affected every memory thing. She couldn't remember what a tire iron or a coffin was. Now, Jessica's legally blind. Like, she's like me. I guess she's supposed to be like me, where it's blurry. But her side is even worse than mine, I think. You know? And they say she's got to get, like a surgery or something. And they do this weird thing where they show us from the view of her phone for some reason. I trying to be creative, but I was sitting there going, why is it that position? Why? Are they spying on her through her phone? What is this? And they set up a new hideout, electroplating company. Oh, that is ChromeSkull. I thought it was Preston. So ChromeSkull busts into the apartment, Jess's house, but kills her friend that's visiting, which is Becky from Return of the Living Dead 4 and 5. I'm like, I know her. Is she from Return of the Living Dead 4 and 5? Yes. She's in those. As the same character, but not really, because the different scripts for the fifth one. Kills her, and then kidnaps Jess. Apparently Jess was shooting a video and the cops see him, and so we need to bring in Tommy. So trying to tie up the loose ends, because ChromeSkull, he's pissed that Preston killed Princess. Now he's after Tommy, trying to cut loose ends. He kills Tommy's roommate, a very hot female roommate, and then he's ready to kill him, but the cops show up and take Tommy away. And then Tommy just kind of sits at the police station for a while. And I'm sitting here watching him going, what is he doing? He's just sitting here. Is there a reason for him to come back? And I do like when he finds out that ChromeSkull killed the cops at the police station in the first one. He's like, you never said he killed the cops. He's like, he's pissed. Preston also orders a new weapon with it's a wheel of blades. It's like a pretty cool spring-loaded knife with 6 blades. Eventually, Preston abducts Tommy and leaves him with Jess. He's then told that he's fired by ChromeSkull, which he's been copycatting. He's mad he's been copycatting and undermining him and all that stuff. Preston, in his rage, shaves his head to look like ChromeSkull. He's gone bye-bye, Egon. And now we have a moment where Tommy and Jess are just inside of this cage with other weapons. And then ChromeSkull shows up. And they're like, they have all the weapons. And they're just like, no, you gotta hold it so you can't get in. I'm like, use the fucking weapons. You have every weapon at your disposal. Use something. They don't really, but the detectives show up. Not that it matters because ChromeSkull and Preston kill them and then begin to fight each other. And then, of course, ChromeSkull is going to win because he has to. And so that whole, an idea of a copycat and Preston taking, Preston taking over. I don't know. He decapitates Preston. Decapitation. Takes the weapon. He incapacitates Jess and Tommy. And attacks more detectives. The one detective and then the other group of officers, kills them. And this is where... Is this where it... Yeah, because this is where it gets confusing. So, at this point, they're fighting him. Both of them. And Tommy tries to fight, Jess tries to fight. It seems like Tommy doesn't die because he gets knocked down, and I think stabbed. But the last time we've seen him, he's going... So I don't think he's dead unless he bled out. But he, kidnaps Jess, puts her in a coffin, because that's what happened in the first one. Well, he already did it once, but now he's in that one. And then, puts her in there. And she's, pounding as the detectives come in to save her. And she's, he has it broadcasting over some airwave channels, which they disconnect. And then, eventually she's able to get out of this thing. And, something that's totally stupid. So, he's using this camera to record her, and he's still got the one that's on his shoulder, right? Remember that. He's still got the one that's on his shoulder. So she's able to get loose, and she gets a hold of the camera that's recording her, and she goes, he's about to kill the detective, and she goes, "Hey! Psh, guess you can't record me now, huh?" And I went, he's got one on his shoulder, you stupid bitch. And she runs off, and he just goes over, and to my point, he goes over, picks up the tape, pushes the button on the thing, puts it in. This is for you. What was the point of that? Can't record me now. I guess you can't kill me now. Because he has to record when he's killing, apparently. Even though he killed every single person in the first one. I guess he was recording, wasn't he? I don't know. She hides in this tunnel thing, and now is where her eyesight comes in. She's been running around with Tommy for fine, and now she's she's got a lighter. She's doing... What is this going to do if you can't see? All you're going to see is the lighter in your face. He does eventually get a hold of her, but the detective wakes up and saves her. They leave him for dead. They attack him, they stab him, they leave him for dead. He shoots him. That's what it is. He shoots him, and they show up. The FBI, one of which is Jonathan Sketch again, with mother. They couldn't give him a beard, so he doesn't look like Jonathan Sketch. Because I'm just going, hey, that's the brother from the first one, right? But he's dead. But now he's just playing a different character. It's kind of weird. I'm going to turn this off because I can finish it up. So, turn it off. Not you! Orale. So, he's like, let me see your badge. They see your badges, and they show the badges. So this is jurisdiction of the FBI now. And they take her away to a hospital, I'm assuming. And then we cut to Hollywood. I half expected them to just be wheeling her in, that they were secretly working for him. But, no. right? No, he's in Hollywood, Danielle Harris, and he's setting up more stuff. He's going to continue now in Hollywood. He's ready to go. He's not done yet because building it. There was supposed to be a sequel in 2017 and 2018. And as of 2021, the director passed away. And apparently his wife wanted Brian Austin Green to continue. Well, his character's dead, but I guess they could. They recasted Jonathan Scotch as a new character. They could just have him be ChromeSkull. And the nail in this coffin of this fucking movie. One thing that made me go, huh? Was the post-credit scene. For some reason, you put a post-credit scene where the FBI or the cops or whatever are interviewing ChromeSkull's wife. Yes, he has a wife. And she's like, oh, he's been out on business. He's gone for a while on business. He always does it. She just assumed he was out on business trips. Normal woman would think she's cheating on him, but... And I'd like to know how he was thinking he was going to go home to his wife with his face all melty from the acid from the first one. And his face is all fucked up. Like, they show it several times afterwards. It's fucked up. How is he going to explain that? She's also pregnant. And when finding out the truth, she grabs the cop's gun and kills herself. Yeah, suicidal pregnant woman. That's what you want to end your movie with. What? What was the point of that? Huh? Supposedly I read the thing. It said there was a prequel in mind. I'd rather just have a sequel. I came up with a theoretical sequel to finish off the first one to finish off Rest Stop. How do I do this? I don't know. But I would bring Tommy back because we didn't actually see him die. He's still breathing. I will stand by that. He's not dead. We don't see him die. Because everyone dies a gruesome fucking death. But the lady gets her face smushed into the spring-loaded knife thing on the steps, or just that with the Becky chick just through her face. It's all gruesome. So the fact that he's just gets stabbed and laid, they're going, no, he's still alive. They fully intended to bring him back for a third one. You know? I also would have liked if Jonathan Sketch was not a bad guy, but a good guy, because he'd be like Tommy from the first one, where he's introduced at the end of the film, and now he's one of the main characters of the next one. Just, have to explain. Oh, my cousins were killed in the first film, along with my cousin's girlfriend. Like, he's related to Lena Headey and the other Jonathan Scotch, and he's like, that's why I took jurisdiction, because it's his cousins. That's why he looks similar. Or the brother was a twin, right? Johnny, that was his name, right? Johnny was a twin. Oh, my twin brother and my sister, they were both murdered by this psychopath, and I'm going to take them down. They could very well do that. And in a horror series like this, where nothing makes any fucking sense, they could do that. Yeah, that was my twin brother and my sister and his girlfriend all murdered by this freak. I'm going to take him down. We got a live one. Tommy gets wheeled into the hospital. Well, they took her to the hospital. Tommy! Yeah. They do it. And I would actually make it a concluding chapter. I want to end with ChromeSkull's head getting clean off. And no shenanigans of, oh, actually, it's just a bald guy that ChromeSkull put the mask on. It's not really him. No, I want... And I don't want I want Danielle Harris to die too. I don't want it to be, oh, he's dead, so she's going to take over. No, I want it to be definitive. Definitive. Because these movies aren't that popular anyway. You don't have the calling to do that, just finish it off. Be definitive. Have him be decapitated. have it actually be him, and end it. Yeah. But yeah, I already told you what the ring is. Stuck in the mud. It's still stuck in the mud. These movies. That new rating is getting a real workout. Stuck in the mud. It's basically still not worth your time. But check this out if you want to. That's why I changed it, because I don't want to tell you not to watch it. Because I always say, watch the movies for yourself and form your own opinions. Because I don't like these, but hell, you could like them. You know what I mean? So, what are your thoughts on ChromeSkull Laid to Rest 2? I never actually said the name till now. Let me know in the comments below. Like, share, and subscribe. I did have 2 more horror movies lined up for tomorrow, but in light of what I've been doing, I'm afraid they'll be the same thing. It was The Messengers and its sequel. And I have tried to watch the first Messengers and never wasn't able to get going with it. I may just switch to something else, actually. I may actually take a break from the 2 first for now. I don't need to do them all the time. I kind of need to get back to birth month. I have 8 left, and I stopped recording to work on a few other things for this month. Here we go. Yeah. Yeah. Itchy. But yes. So, thank you for watching. I'm this guy, and I'll see you in the next one.